Why hello there, it is me, Flames, and I'm going to be teaching you how I do Clip Studio. And I'll get into that right now. Let's just get into it. So I'm going to open a new, and these presets, I strongly suggest when you're doing presets to do, mind the AC, it's goddamn hot and I've been sweating like crazy. But mind the presets. Anyways, we're on presets. So I'd find, like, I usually just start off with like a square, a perfect square. I have a preset of 1500 by 1500. I don't really know the dimensions, but I think the bigger the size of the dimensions, like when you resize it or anything, it won't be too pixelated. And it's better to have a big canvas, so when you want to change its size and whatnot, than a smaller canvas and trying to enlarge it, and then it's going to get all messed up. So I'll start with a 1500 by 1500. Sometimes it's 2000 by 2000, but it's a perfect square. We can start off with that. And yeah, we got the perfect square. So I'm debating if I want to show you guys, well, you could really start the first layer by sketching up something. Like, I'll just start like this. The first layer would be like the sketch before I do anything. Like, you know, it'd be anything really. But me, I usually use a picture of one of my already done sketches. So I don't know which one I'm gonna do. If I should do this one or this one. I think I want to do, I think it'd be better to show you if I did this character because he's simpler to do. So I'm going to take a picture of him and upload it to my drive or email it to myself. As you can do it at JPEG, you can do it in JPEG format, but whatever. We don't need all that. And yeah, you can do it in JPEG format, but I'm gonna take a picture, send it to my email or send it to my Google or send it to wherever you have on your PC. And then you can go from there. So, hold on. I'm gonna edit this image, transform it, crop it down in size. I should be recording this on my phone. Oh, well, whatever. I'm gonna send it to my Google Drive right there. Bink. And now that I sent it, I'm gonna bink. We're gonna go on dink. Oh my god. We're gonna get it right here. We're gonna download this boy. Then we're gonna go on bink. We're gonna, as that's downloading, I'm gonna import it right here. Let's see if I can find it first. Downloads, it should be in downloads. Now here it is. I'm gonna resize it to the image that I want. And I think that's great enough. So I hope the AC is not going bonkers right now. I really do. But anyways, I'm gonna put it down to this. I think that's good right here. Not too big. You want some space outside the canvas. You want to make sure there's a little bit of wiggle room. So I'll make it, you don't want it too big to fill the whole page. Dink. And now what you want to do is make sure that's the bottom layer, because you're not going to draw underneath the paper that you just, if you've taken a picture of it. So you want this. This is going to be our base to draw over. And I don't always do this. Sometimes I sketch it out like on, sometimes I sketch it out on, I just sketch it out and then create a new layer. Now we're gonna have a new layer over this, so when we draw over it, it's not locking with the layer underneath and it's not getting in the way. So here we have the pen area to the left right over here. We have the pen area. Hold on, my hair is getting in my way. Hold on. We're just gonna tie this boy up. It's just getting in my way. We're gonna take a sip of water. I did get a haircut. Anyways, also strongly suggest to lotion your hands up, because you know good. Alright, we're good. So, see right here, you can have different pens. It comes with like a base set of pens, but you can also go to like add subtool, and you can go to search for assets, and there's like a store. You can get free ones. Some people have created their own assets and whatnot. But yeah, you can look for different pen types and stuff, but I won't be doing that right now. I think I should save that for another day, because that's kind of ridiculous and I don't need it. So I like to use a real G pen, because for me, I like that little sketchy rough look. So that's what I'm going to go with for this. And I'm just going to draw over the drawing, really. And it's going to be like dink. And as I'm going along, I'm just going to, it's best you follow along, because if you want to do the route I do. Now there's different assets I'm going to get into later, but this for anyone who's curious, this is my character Prime. Yeah. So anyways, we have, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. So this is my, I have this, it came with my XP pen tablet set thing. Like it's an Artist Pro tablet set that I'm drawing on, but I'll show that at the end or something. But this is like a hotkey setup, and I use it, and it makes my workflow extremely fast, and I mean extremely fast. This thing is amazing. This thing zooms in and out, like in and out, and then we got there's like quick functions that I don't have to keep going over to the left. So if I don't get over there, I don't show what's over there all the time. It's probably because I'm pressing this and I'm forgetting. But let's just get into it. So we have we're just gonna focus on the pen for right now before we get into anything else, because you want to start drawing something or have something already in mind, really. Or you don't need to have something in mind, but that's just me. I'm not sure if this character is gonna have sleeves. I don't think he should, so I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna dink. I don't think he has sleeves, to be honest. And if he does, that'd be kind of weird, because he's supposed to be the only one without, like, it's supposed to be like a whole tight suit that goes around his whole body. It's a good way to counteract his floating head. That's what I say. Okay, I'm just gonna draw. So if you're not using like a crazy line work pen, you could also use like this straight line feature. Yes, you can make it the size you want, but you can use this straight line feature and just draw straight up the leg like this. Dink! And it'd be good. Just like that. But that's not the way I like to draw my characters. But it's good if you don't like using any special pen, really. But yeah, or you can, I love the curved one actually, because the curved one, you can really make it flexible to the drawing. And if you need to, like, if it's like not a straight line, because nothing's really a straight line if you really get down to it, but like yeah, if you need to like wiggle or make some minor adjustments while you're doing the straight line, that's perfect, and you can do that in different sizes as well. I don't really need that at all, but I like to do this. I just like to go a straight line down like this until I make the actual line I wanted to draw, and then I'll erase a segment that's like a little out of there. And the way this sketchy line work goes, like, even if you like do like the lines aren't perfect. I mean, I don't like the lines perfect. It doesn't give it character at all. It makes it boring in a sense, but yeah, boom. And now we're gonna draw the neck over here. Dink. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And if you need to erase something like the eraser be over here somewhere. I have a hotkey for it. You can do hard erase. There's different types of erase. I like soft erase. I just use hard erase and soft erase for my art style. That's the way I like to work. It's just, my art style is pretty simplistic. Or you got the weird erasers, like if you want to do some crazy effects, and you can add different ones, different markers and such, but you'll see what I'm working with. That's pretty relevant to what I'm doing. And if you're starting out, I suggest you go the basic route as well, but that's just my opinion. And then you start experimenting as you go. But see right here, I'm not gonna draw the orb just yet. I'm gonna show you something after in a minute, but for right now, I'm gonna show his hands like that in the back. He doesn't have. We're just doing the basic line work right now, nothing crazy. Alright, that's pretty good. Could be better though, could be better. That's why we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it a little bit more. Boom, that's perfect. Alright, just erase this to the lines. Whoop. 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 And if you don't like it, just erase. Okay. Oh, I forgot to erase this line. Look at me. Got me slipping up. But anyways, as that's going, how does it look under? See, you can also use the eye feature over here to the right. Allows you to like see, or let's say you want to see underneath it while you don't want the line to be completely gone while you see, so you can see the comparison. See, I can tell that I've made too sharp of a line over here. It's supposed to be like more of a rounded edge. That means this line right here is not good enough, or it's too how do I put it? Too extra. It's too to the wrong side, if you know what I mean. You know how hard it is to draw straight lines? It's extremely hard to draw straight lines. I don't know if anyone can do that so simply. That'd be amazing. I feel like that's a super skill. I can't do it, that's for sure. We all have skills, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna leave that like that for now. But bink. Is that how it's supposed to go? Bink, bink, bink. And let's say a line's like out of place or whatever. You can come over here to the lasso tool. You got the rectangle. You can grab the whole thing and move certain areas around. But I don't like that. Let's say you want something more specific. I'll go to the lasso. This is a selection area tool, I mean, but the lasso, it goes like this. I can take this whole line, select it like that. Hold on. I'll select it with this right here, scale and rotate. I could rotate it around, make it larger or whatever. Sometimes you can do this on more than one layer, but yes, you can do that, dink, and I can put it down more into the... That's if you have like a perfect line or a perfect thing and you just want to move it over. It's just, you don't want to redo it, you can just move it over or adjust it. There's different ways you can go about it. I'm gonna erase this line because I don't need it. Or let's say you don't want to do any more lines. There's an option called copy and paste. You have cut and paste and copy and paste. Cut and paste will take the line away, and yeah, it'll cut and paste will take the line and put it on a whole new layer. But copy and paste will literally copy and paste it. So I'm gonna copy and paste it, dink, move it over here, so I don't have to do a bogus line again, because sometimes doing the same line over and over again is quite tedious. And I'm gonna make this layer, oh, I can't do that right now. Silly rabbit. We're gonna move it over a bit. I'm gonna rotate it like that. I just want to line it up just perfectly. dink, bonk. And I'm gonna do what's merge with layer below. Or let's say you make a mistake you don't really like. You see up here where it says filter window, there's this back arrow, undo. You keep pressing that and then you undo. Now don't do anything crazy, because let's say you actually liked it and you want to go back from undoing, you can go to the forward arrow and that's redo. So boom, we got that. So, but we don't need undo. So now I'm gonna merge right here, over here. It's merge with layer below. It's this right here. See, if you hover over the option, it'll tell you what it can do. So merge with layer below. Transfer, I don't know what transfer does. I don't really need that. But merge with layer below. Dink. I don't want to tell you too much information, you know. And we'll see that the line, I'm gonna change the opacity of the line work, and I can see that I don't like what I did. So now I'm gonna hit the undo button, dink, bonk, bink, and it's gonna go to the all the way back to where I selected the line to begin with. And I can see that the line was bogus. So bink, now we're gonna okay, and then we're gonna make sure the line is good now. Now we're gonna erase this part without affecting the other line because it's still on its own layer. And we're gonna go oh wait, why is it's not fully dark? That's tragic. That's tragic. We're gonna paste it. Dink. Okay, wait, I wanna see something real quick. Was this fully black? Yeah, it should be. Alright. So, yeah, where were we? So now it's one layer. We're just gonna fix the lines a bit. Just a little fixies. You know, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. This, I don't think is, let me see. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, now, what's good thing about this pen, I'm not sure, it depends what pen you have, but this one has a pen pressure setting, where if you go slightly, it'll be thin lines, like real life, or if you go too hard, it'll be thick lines. But really, you could go down here and have your brush set to let's say if you want the size drastically different, I want the line bigger, I'll do this. Or I still can do like the thin lines, but it'd be more extra effort to get it to go super thin to super thick while you're drawing regularly. And it also depends, you could always change your pen pressure settings with the app of your thing. But me, I have mine at 17 down here. There's different sizes, you can even have your own size and stuff. But yeah. Okay, so where were we? We merged it onto one layer. We're gonna erase this because this is unnecessary. And this is a new type of video for me, so mind you. Alright, dink. Alright, what else? We're gonna draw the head. This is like the hardest shape. Like a round triangle is like the hardest thing I've ever had to draw in this whole... This is the most simple one of my characters too, but this head is like... He's like the easiest to draw because he doesn't have much detail to him, but this like round Dorito shape is extremely hard for me to draw. Like in one go. God. Like, this is the worst. I would be stuck here forever. And I mean forever. I could draw like 10 perfect circles before I can draw like a Dorito. But yeah, as I just did draw like 2 perfect circles, but whatever. Alright, I think that's good enough. Then we're gonna go like this. We're gonna do it again. That's the whole, I know it's horror. Why'd I do this to myself? Actually, that was pretty damn good. Hold up. Alright, let me see how it looks. Okay. I'm gonna just increase the neck because it's supposed to be narrow anyway. That wasn't that great, but we're gonna see if I can do better. Cause I don't wanna. I swear, if that AC, it's extremely hot in here. I was getting frustrated because the camera kept moving, then everything kept failing, you know. Anyways. Alright, I think that's good right there. I always draw the line where it overextends and then I erase it after. That way it doesn't ruin my, like, my brush stroke. Alright, I think that's not the best, but I'm gonna restart this one. I think that'll change things. I rule everything here. Turn to dust. I don't know what I'm saying. Yep. This part's a little tedious, but we're almost done here. It's supposed to be a little round, but whatever. Super pixelated when you go. That's the beauty of this brush I chose. Gives it that rough texture, but it also makes it look semi-pixelated. Do I recommend? I don't know. I recommend whatever style you're looking for, of course. Whatever that may be. I think this is good. Alright, we're good now. I have like this weird perfectionist and it must be perfect, but yeah, here we go. Alright, now we're gonna draw like this line right here. Woo, 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 woo. Alright, there's his like line. It's like a zipper to the jumpsuit or whatever. And now I think the initial outline of him is done. So now we're gonna have we're gonna create a new layer. This is gonna be where we're gonna do like the hatches or whatever they're called. And this is actually pretty I find this part to be actually fun, because if you want to draw over a line, this is why we create a new layer. If you want to draw over a line or whatever, see, look at that. We can erase it if we have a problem, and it won't affect the other lined layer. Or let's say we want to color under it, it'll be much easier. We'll see that later though. But maybe I'm gonna change this elbow real quick. I think it's not, it's too sharp. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna do the hatches now, or hashes. Now, if we go all the way to the left, we can do some cheat mechanic. It doesn't work for my art style. I mean, certain panels might have it, but there's certain effects where that already comes with hatches, like this, and then you can change the size of them, obviously. But you can, like, the shading effects. This is good if you're doing like manga or whatever floats your boat, really. But if you want to do like shading, you can do it like that as well. But or if you want to do like, there's other ones they have here that you can get different ones from like the shop or whatever, or from like the online thing. But for me, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, you got other stuff, but let's say we shorten this size to like 10 and we try it. We're gonna do it like 30, okay. Oh, that's too like, ugh. Alright, let's, dang, they're not giving us choices here. There actually is another setting, I can't find it somewhere else. You can use different things for hatches as well. I think it's in the regular pen setting, or the markers, watch. Here we go. Hash, and here's some right here. This one is like already multiple lines. And this could look good. I like this a lot, actually. I might incorporate this later on. Like for a close-up panel for my latest chapter, I just might do it, actually. I might do that after this video, just to see. But it looks really good, actually. Whoa, holy. Or there's other ones that are like this. But you can change the sizing, of course, and then you can erase them after, and it doesn't affect the line work. Or if it's too intense, you can always change the opacity with this bar all the way to the right. But, I don't really like it. Well, I like it, but it's not for my style. And since I don't need that layer, I'm going to create a new one. Dink. Unnecessary for me. Bink, but I do this. I just... Tink, 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 tink. This is how I do it. One by one. I actually find this part quite calming, in a sense, you know, just like... Tink, 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 tink. And if you need to erase it, it won't affect the other line because what we have set up. And I do like minimal hatching or minimal detail, just enough to where you can tell what's going on, but not anything crazy could take away from the character designs, or what I'm going for, definitely. Alright, we're gonna do this all the way down, apparently. And you could just do this and then erase it afterwards. Like erase the lines to your liking, of course. Did I do this all the way down? Oh yeah, I did. God damn it. Well, here goes nothing. Beware. Hey, I made that black. How dare they? Anyways. Also, beware, like, if you want black lines, sometimes when you start out, it'll make it, like, gray and you won't notice it till the end, and, like, sometimes using your fill tool on the lines will make the lines look kind of funky. So I would strongly look ahead if it sets your default to gray, your line work, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Puh. Alright. I don't know why I did that, don't ask. Dun, 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 dun. I even did it over here, that's crazy. I think I'm gonna try and make it look like how it does for the Discord. Hold on. Because I don't want it too... Or where's the later designs? Alright, here we go. I'm gonna use this for reference. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. But he's doing a blast, so... That's why I'm like, dink, dink. Erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Am I in the camera? I don't even know anymore. Erase, 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 erase. Now, if the lines are too long, I can always do something else, but... See, some of these lines are too long, but I could just erase it like this. Dink, dink, dink. Alright, that looks pretty decent. We're going somewhere. We're going places, you know? But the lines aren't done, obviously, but, you know. Alright, tink. Alright, so we're gonna dink, 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 dink. We're just gonna go. I imagine this guy, like, the way his jumpsuit is, like, fitted is, like, a NASCAR, like one of those NASCAR suits, get-ups or whatever, NASCAR driver. Alright, so now we have the line work. Should I draw the lines underneath? Yeah, I'm gonna draw the lines in here as well. Just like a little fuzz in there. Now, I wouldn't, you can merge the layers at the end, because sometimes... Maybe you should name your layers. I don't need to because I don't use much. Maybe when I'm doing the actual comic I have like Okay. Okay, yeah, these lines are good. So now we're gonna move on to the next step. Yeah, you don't have to, I'd say get used to, do I recommend labeling your layers? Maybe if you're doing like 10 or more. But other than that, like, you can just see by clicking them on and off which layer is yours, or which layer you're going for. Alright, we got like these two layers. We're not going to merge them just yet, just in case. This is why we make multiple layers, in case we got to do certain fixes. We don't want to mess anything up while we're doing certain fixes. So we're going to create another layer, but it's going to go underneath the line work because it's going to be the color. Boom. And you see up here, this square all the way to the right? This is my reference sheet. Or you can use this. Hold on, I'm going to put like... I use it to draw color from. I've just recently discovered this, by the way, on how to operate it, or I decided to figure it out, I'd say. But here's another picture of Prime. Here's a Prime example. Maybe, why did I do Prime anyway? Why am I doing Prime if I have a picture of him right here? Or whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. Too late, we're already doing it. But, yeah, so we have Prime right here. I'm just going to use it to extract the color. Now, if you create a new, panel, this thing to the right will stay there. Like if you create a new sheet or a whole new thing to start from, this will stay there throughout all of them. So we're going to take this, dink dink, we have our new layer underneath, and we're just going to go over the sketch we had in previous. And I'm going to make them, I'm going to just use another pen that's not like rough like what we had before. Not sure if I like them this type of blue, to be honest. I'm gonna make them a little bit brighter. Yeah, that's much better. Cause that was too dark of a blue. Maybe I should have them dark blue. Nah. It's supposed to be like Prime colors, you know. We're just gonna color it in. Some people say, why don't you just use the fill tool on the lines? Because look, if I use the fill tool on the lines like this, hold on, let me use a fill tool. Fill tool is way over here, by the way. If I use a fill tool like this, let's say I want to make a change to the color or add a new color to it. It's gonna, oh wait, no. Yeah, let's say I want to make a change and add a new color. It's gonna get in the way of the line work. It's gonna, and then trying to backtrack your fixes, it's so tedious, it's so aggravating. I do not recommend. I recommend using another layer for the color, but yeah, I'd 100% recommend using another layer for the color in case things like that. People say, oh, you can, there's a little trick I like to do. I like to duplicate this layer right here. Like you wanna, so I have to use a mouse for this, but if I duplicate this line layer like that, which one is that one? You can duplicate the line layer and then use the fill tool. And then it'd be like, boom. Then you're like done. But sometimes when you duplicate the line layer, it makes the lines a little bit wonky. Sometimes. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Me no fan. But I'm gonna press the undo tool now because I don't want that. But yeah, that's why I like to color underneath it, especially if you're doing like extra details. You want to have a whole new layer. You don't want it to interfere with line work, so it's better to have another layer. I'm not sure if that's a pro tip, but it's definitely a me tip. It's a rookie tip. I strongly suggest keeping it separated. But where was I? Oh yeah, we're gonna color this boy in. I'm just gonna color the perimeter and fill tool it. Just gonna color the perimeter and fill tool it. I'm gonna be lazy, just show you how I get things done faster. First, let me erase this. Where is this? Oh, that's from, no, that's from that. I'll show you a little trick that's... I always forget my train of thought. It's so hard. But whatever. I hope this video does help people. But yeah. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do, because this was gray. See, I keep having to backtrack because it made my stuff gray. Made a lot of my lines gray, and it's extremely aggravating. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want it gray, I want it black. Now I gotta keep doing this all over the place. Like, come on, guy. It's not fair. It's not fair! Alright, is that gray? Yeah, that's gray. That's gray. It kind of makes your lines messed up. Well, at least someone's learning from this. My mistake. Learn from me. Your friendly neighborhood idiot. Or whatever. Alright, so we're going to color this. Dink. Sometimes when you use fill tool, it doesn't get like the sharp corners. It doesn't fill in. So I like to color them in anyway. Just so I avoid the problem. Alright, so now that we have it all like this, I showed you what the fill tool was. Actually, we're going to color the head in. What am I? Nah, we're going to color the head in. Are we, though? Should I do it a different way? Yeah, I'm going to color it in now. Let's see what happens. I'm going to color it in now. And then we're going to go. Because his head's a little bit different from your regular character. His is more like neon, so. But we're going to get with the glows. We use the glows around here, like the special effect glows and stuff. But let me show you why the fill tool could sometimes suck and not get everything. So you press it once. Like this. Oh, we're missing something. What's open? This is all connected, so it should fill in properly, should it not? Let's see. What is going on? Okay, we're gonna see the lines and see where it doesn't connect. There's a hole somewhere. Oh, it's the neck. Okay, the neck. Where's the hole? Bink. And now we're gonna fill it. Dink. Boom. What? What is going on? Where's the... Oh, it's the finger. Oh, the fingy. Bink. Alright, now we should be good. Now. Making me look stupid out here. Alright, we fill it. Okay, you see this extra stuff? I like to leave that in and color it in afterwards, because what could happen is, like, let's say I do that. You could do this and press it again and again and again and again and again until it fills in. But sometimes it'll bleed out the edges. It's not doing it here. Oh yeah, there it is. Sometimes you have to bleed out the edges, and when you're doing something, you don't want the audience to see that later on. Like, it goes, a lot of things go unnoticed when you're doing that. I mean, right here it's fine because this is a simple line art, but usually I just go and color these lines in like that. But I guess it can work for this circumstance, but just be wary when you're doing the extra fill tool, because it's harder to see the lines when it's slightly more filled in, and you'll miss it later. So, but when I can see the outline of what's missed, it's easier for me to attack. But let me just fill in the gray lines, that because there's more gray lines over here, sadly. It's very oh crap. I mean, that looks cool, but oh crap. Dink, dink, donk, and the fingies. Dink. Oh yeah, see, it still didn't get everything over here. And it's still, and I would have missed it too if I wasn't doing my other mistakes. But yeah. See, now I have to go back and backtrack, and backtracking takes much longer, so that's why I always suggest color in the lines after I fill it. I just press the fill tool once on it, because now I have to look for holes in case there's any other measures I might have missed. This is kind of a shitty tutorial right now, but bear with me. I'll get better at it. That's the good part. We get better. We try it once and we get better, and we do it again with a new character. Alright, so that's what we have right here. I'm going to draw some more line works. We can, thankfully it's in another layer. Now I can draw some more, ding ding. the orb's gonna be in front of it regardless, but you know, it's worth doing, I guess. Alright, fill tool. Oh no, I did it in the wrong layer. Name your layers, kids. Wait a minute, what? Oh, dink, dink, dink. Yeah, so bink, and then we got dink, 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 dink. Alright, so okay, where are we going? Where are we? Where are you? Alright. So now, oh, let's do it with the red too. Might as well, right? Might as well go with the red. Might as well color it in the eyes. His name's Prime, by the way. The inspiration's Optimus Prime, Darkseid, and Prime Colors. That's why his name's Prime. Those are his inspirations, but yeah. I think I'll just color it in a little bit more deeper red, because it's gonna, we're gonna change. You're gonna see what we're gonna do. All right, so now we have the color in the first rendition of the color. I'm gonna take a sip of my walk. No, I'm kidding. Classic. All right, love me some. What's your favorite drink? All right. So now we don't need to do anything extra. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the blast orb. So I'm gonna lessen this opacity so I can see the orbs underneath. And we're gonna unlock this so I can just do that. We're gonna see the orbs underneath for the blast. I think I'm gonna, for the line work, I'm gonna... Oh, wait. Before we even get to that, let's just do the glow on his head. This will be a good actual. We're gonna start a new layer. We're gonna go over here to the effects, or the airbrush setting. I go to the white. We're gonna do like that. Hold on. We're gonna go white. We're gonna make it size 10 first. Not sure if that's good. We're gonna make it a size 10, maybe 12. Because he's like a neon, his head's a neon beam. Now it might, sometimes you can, yeah, this is looking good. But the only issue with the neon beam is the more you do this and go over it, or you gotta have it a good pass through the first few times. But yeah, you can always erase it with the soft brush, the soft eraser. That's not the soft eraser. Or you can use the blend tool, but we're not doing that right now. Dink. I should do separate shorts on certain... The blend tube. But yeah, dink, and then we can do it with the eyes too, so you can see where he's looking. I use them as pupils, really, so you can see. And yeah, that's pretty cool, but what we're really gonna do is this. We're gonna do the outside edge. We're gonna make it a lighter blue. And we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna do another layer just in case. Just in case I want to change something, I'll do another layer. But let's say, you see these lines, how it like affects the detailed lines, this first off? We can drag the layer underneath. Bink, and now the lines are right there. Now the lines are fine. Or we can drag it back up and above. So you can drag the lines, you can drag the layer. If you want the layer in a different spot, you can always drag it somewhere else. Bink. But I'll show you why that's helpful in a second as well. But we're gonna go for the soft airbrush. We're gonna make it bigger, because I'm gonna do this around the edge, or like the glow of the blue, because his head's literally like neon. It's gonna come over this, dink. I'm gonna do that again with this side, dink. Boom. Now, if, let's say I want that underneath, I could do this, and I can have it underneath the line work. I can pull it down, boom. Pull it down like boom. Like that looks good too. But I like it over the lines because I want the to glow past the neon. Now we're gonna take this red right here. We're gonna go a little bit brighter. We're gonna do the same thing with the red. I'm gonna do that on a layer beneath it and then merge it after. Boom. Then we're gonna merge them. Boom. Now that's that, but we could also see how it looks underneath. Bink. But before we do that, we're going to create another layer. Yes, I know we're creating 3,000 layers, but we're going to merge the ones when they look good in their set. We're going to merge them afterwards. So we're going to do this. We're going to come back with a smaller one and then just make it more whiter on the inside. Like that. Dink, dink. Alright, we're going to make it I'm going to merge that real quick. Create a new layer. We're going to go with a 7, and then we're going to make it slightly brighter on the inside. Like right where the core is. I'm going to make that brighter. If you're not sure about like a movement you're about to make, or like a certain thing you're about to do, just create a new layer and see how it looks with and without it. Yeah, and that looks good right there. Boom. So now we have it highlighted. We just need a little bit more highlights right there. And I think I'm fine with that, so I'm going to merge that with this one. I'd be careful with the merging though. I mean, you can always reverse it, but once you start doing other stuff, you're going to have to go way back and you're going to remove mad stuff just to get it back to where you wanted it. See, I'm not sure what looks better in this stance. This one, where it's above the colors, or this one where it's below the line work. I think I like it where the colors are, cause it. I'll do it like this, just for this picture. Just for this picture, I'll have it right here. But Bink, we're gonna do the orbs now. All right, hold on. What? Oh, I didn't merge it. That's the thing. Should I merge these layers? Which one was above? Should I merge these layers? Hold on. Let's merge it and then do it the same thing. That looks good, but I don't like the these lines right here. I'm gonna lessen the lines. So I'm just gonna do this. Or, here's a trick, here's a trick. Let's say, I showed you this earlier, but let's say you don't like these lines. You can take them out. First you gotta go on that layer though. Find out which one it is. It's this one. So I don't like these lines so much inside. I do like them, but they're too strong. So I'm gonna use the lasso tool. And I'm gonna cut and paste. That brings them to its own layer, so I can deal with them responsibly. And I'm gonna lessen their opacity to like 40. Dink, now they're there, they're subtle. Bink, and then we're gonna bring them back into it. Now they're there and they're subtle, but it's not too much sticking out, you know? Now that looks good. Now, for the blasts in his hand, we're gonna have to, I'm gonna just shrink this real quick, because I wanna be able to see what I'm working with. Did I merge that with the light? No, I didn't. I just wanna see the blast coming out of his hand. So for this layer, it's gonna be something different. I'm not sure if I should have it like, this is gonna be new to me. All right. So we're gonna take this right here, right? We're gonna start a new layer. Bink. Let me make sure my OBS is on. It's on. All right. We're gonna start a new layer. It's gonna be the red we had before. So let me just take this right here. It's gonna be the red we had before. And should I just do it like this? No, I should do like a 30. Now I want his blast to be more solid. So we're not gonna give it a line work, but we're just gonna I'm gonna use a cheat tool. I'm gonna go to the line section, and you can make a circle out of this. You can make a circle. Here it is, eclipse or whatever. But it's kind of hard to draw it in because you have to do it from a special angle. I have on my tablet, you could just do it from the center and it works, but it's much harder this way. All Alright, that's fine, but then we're just gonna drag it over like this. We're gonna select it and drag it over. Or since it's the only thing, you can go up here to the left, the move layer. You can move the whole layer like that as it goes around, round, and round. Yeah, see, since it's by itself. But if you have multiple artworks and you're selecting this to move it, and everything on that layer will shift as well. So be careful of that. And yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Like, how does it look on the? Oh, it's just these three. Okay, I see. And then we're gonna fill this in. See, watch when I use the fill tool again. It's not bad that time, but use it again. It changes the border, it makes it the pixelation more hardened. I don't want it to be hardened. I want it to look soft. So that's why another thing. See, I can't really see it all the mistakes. So I try and think. Now, for the blue. Let's just focus on what we have right here, this orb right here. Now we're gonna use the soft tool. I'm gonna make it lighter like this first, like this, and then I'm gonna go in like this, then I'm gonna go in like this, and then like that. Then on the outside, since I want something underneath, I'm gonna make a layer underneath it, and just go like that. I'm gonna go. Do it like that, like that. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. And we're gonna merge that. Bink. But we're not done there. We're not quite done just yet. We still gotta do it with these little orbs right here. Dink. Alright, so that looks pretty cool. I would like it more blended. So let's say we're gonna go over here. We're gonna try using the blend tool. You see these little drops all the way on the left? I'm selecting it right now, back and forth. There. We're gonna try the either blend, where it blends it. That kind of takes away from it. Oh, that looks crazy. I like that. Hold up. I might just do that. Or we can try the blur, where it like smudges. The blur is nice. But we gotta do it perfectly around. We should have isolated the balls, but they're fine right there. The blur, because we can always add them in after. See, this is the softness I want. Now it looks like he's like. Let's see what it looks like with with it in his hand. Oh, yeah, it's much better. Because let's say I went back, we're gonna see how it looks like. See, that looks boring, but the soft one will look much better. So we're gonna. Oh. So when you go back and you do something, you can't hit redo when you change something else. Let's say you go back and you starting over and start doing new stuff. You can't go back to what you had before once you start doing new stuff. So, but that's not a big deal. But just keep in mind, you know, mistakes to be made. But I'm gonna lighten the blur. I'm gonna make it a little bit less. It's gonna be like a 30. I'm gonna 30 this blur. But I do like the blur. It looks nice. This way it doesn't hit the other orbs so much, but I can still blur them out too. And let's see how it looks with this. Beautiful, beautiful. Nah, I'm gonna add like a little white tab to the smaller ones though. I'm gonna go back to this and then and go like this. We need it like whiter. What's going on here? Alright, that's good. And now for the blast. This is the crazy part. I don't know what I'm really gonna do with that part, but that's gonna be the interesting part for sure. I'm gonna create a new layer just in case. What's this layer? Oh, that's that. Yeah, maybe you should name your layers. Alright, we're gonna do this lightly blue, more brighter. We're gonna make this super enlarged. See, there's the blast like that. Here's the meat of it, really. Then we're gonna make it just for sharp edges. We'll make it smaller. We're just gonna follow the guidelines from the sketch I sent. Then dink. Then we're kind of gonna color it in. Not quite. And then we're gonna go in with the white. But I think we're gonna try and maybe this is getting in the way. The white's kind of bleh. Maybe it's the blue that I've been doing. Yeah, it's the blue. No, it's too. It's not strong enough. You know what a trick you can do if it's not strong enough, or it's just not looking the right way you want it? You can go over here and duplicate this layer. I like to duplicate it, dink, like that, and then you can merge it, boom. And then you could just softly erase anything that looks stupid on this spectrum anyway. Then we're gonna go back in and change a couple things. This is gonna take, I like to be a perfectionist in this scene area, whatever you want to call it. I might just delete this whole thing entirely. Then we're gonna go back. Yeah, I'm deleting that whole thing entirely. I'm gonna create a new layer. We're gonna do what we did with the ball. But I'm gonna make it a lighter blue so I can see. Because he does more. More controlled blasts. He does beams, he doesn't do like blasts, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so that's gonna be our new focal point. Okay. We're gonna lessen that. We're gonna use this and create another layer. We're gonna go boom. Now I want it to be now we're taking that old layer and bringing it back. I think I'm just gonna fill it. That's the idea. Oh wait, nope. I'm gonna do another layer, lessen this. It's gonna be quicker than just coloring, trying to fill this. Just gonna make a cleaner version. Dink. Then we're gonna fill it. Bink. See how we filled it? See, watch when you press fill again. See, it's not fully filling. Dink, and then it's getting all pixelated on the end. That's stupid. No one likes it. Trust. Alright. Dink. But yeah, I'm just gonna color it in. The fill tool is not your friend all the time. Yes, you can increase the reach on it, but it doesn't help, because I've done that. I've tried to increase the reach on the fill tool. If someone got an actual solution, let me know. But from what I've tried, it does not work. It does not work. Alright, so there we go. Bink. There's the blast. Maybe it could be a little bit more rotated. Dink, like over here somewhere, you know. Like, why is it blasting over there? No, that's a blast right here. Bink. Alright, there you go. Now what we're going to do is do the same thing we did with the red. We're going to... First, let's delete this layer. That was unneeded. And now we're going to... What did I do? I don't even remember. We're going to take this blue. We're going to do this and make it brighter on the inside. Go like that. It's going to be harder with this type of thing. So we're going to make it a bigger size, 20. Yeah, that's better. We're going to do it like that. Then we're going to blend it at the end, so do not worry. Do not worry. Dink. There's a slight, you know. Then we're going to increase the brightness, but lessen the size. And then we're gonna do that again. Maybe make it a little bit more whiter. Where the origin of the blast is coming from. That looks great. I like this a lot. Now, I wish I made this shape wider. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lasso this boy, hit scale and rotate, and all the way to the left over here where it says mode. See this thing I'm touching over here? Nope. I don't know where it stopped the video, so I'm going to try this again. I'm going to select this with the selection tool. Since I don't really like the shape of this, I'm going to select it with the selection tool. Hit scale and rotate. We're going to go to mode right here. You see where I'm selecting right here? I'm going to hit free transform. Now this can really transform it and skew it in any which way you want. And you can rotate it. Free transform is very helpful. Very helpful. Now you can make the size of it much different, the way you want it angled. And that helps with a lot of things. Trust me, that is like one of the greatest ones to do. Free transform. Boom. Or let's say you want to make it smaller. Yeah, more controlled. Because he has a pinky out. Or we can sharpen it like this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. And then we can, oh, yeah, that looks good. Then we can extend it like that. Yeah. That's good stuff. Yep. Edging to the, alright. So, yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. Just, we're going to softly erase the edge real quick. Because I don't like that. But yeah, that is... Let me see if it's recording. Okay, sorry, I'm new to this stuff. But yeah. Granola bar. Alright, so what am I gonna do now? What was I gonna do now? This blast looks so good now. No. I'm gonna softly do this. I'm gonna go underneath it, put like a soft, and then I'm gonna merge it and blend it because I want to keep its spikiness. If I make it too soft, it's gonna ruin it. Alright, that's good. We don't need anything extra. We're going to merge it. Then I'm going to create another layer of white, just in case I might not want it. Or if it's too strong, you know. It doesn't affect the rest of the coloring. Alright, Alright, that looks decent, but I'm gonna lessen it like this. And I'm gonna move it over a tiny bit like this. And then I'm gonna blend the edges, or blur it, I mean. So it doesn't fully affect it. It's a good way. Momo. Alright, that's good. That's good stuff. Then we're gonna merge it. Think. Alright, that looks good. I like this a lot. That blast is a little bit different than the red one, slightly, but I could blur it. I could blur it. Let's see what it looks like if I blur it. Hold on, let's try. What's fingertip blur? Oh, fingertip blur is like smudging it with your fingers. I do it. Wait a minute. We're cooking up with it. It's cooking up. It's cooking up. Yeah, fingertip blur if you want some sharpness, I can tell. Which is probably better for this circumstance. Well, I learned something new. I mean, yeah, I learned something new. The fingertip blur. I tried it before, I just didn't know how useful it was. I was like, and it's good blur for sharpness. Now look at it. Then we're gonna add a regular blur. Nah, we're not. I like the fingertip blur. But this is a little too sharp for me. We're gonna softly erase that, because that's a little too sharp, not gonna lie. Sharply, softly erase that. Yep, that's beautiful. That's good. I might make the red over here a little bit whiter. We're gonna... just a little bit whiter over here. It's not really tickling my fancy. Alright. Just a little dab. Just a little dab. Nah. Yeah, that was good. Okay. Think we're gonna save this. I should have saved it a while ago just in case, but prime. Call it prime info. Think. Because he's gonna be for the. Okay. We're doing great. Let me just. Okay. So now what you want to do when you have these is create your shadows, since there's lights and darks. I'm trying to tell you how to use Clip Studio. I don't know how. We're gonna merge both those glowy boys. And now, what I like to do for shading is and go to the color. I go to the color pretty much, and I create a new layer. Wait a minute. First, let me do the. Yep. I'm not gonna do shading. I'm gonna do highlights first, then shading. No, shading first, shading. Then I go to the black. I do this. It's just a much simpler thing. I create a new layer over the color, and then go to the black. Make the opacity like 28 or something. Oh, I can do it like this. I could shade it like this way. It's better if I shade it like this way. Sometimes. But I'm just gonna shade it like this. Think. Oh, I see a mistake. Let's take it out. Yeah, it's supposed to be this. Think. Alright, back to where it was. Think. Now this doesn't get shading right here actually. That's where his head is. His head's a source of glowing. We must keep that in mind. Sometimes I forget, you know. Sometimes. But I like to add shading so you know what's in front, what's in back. But yeah. We're gonna add red shading too. Nothing crazy. The highlights is really gonna steal the show. Well, not by much, but you know what I mean. Dink. How long have I been doing this for? It's 2:43. That's crazy. Oh. I didn't know that's a drag feature. I don't like that. There's like a quick feature on my pen that I accidentally drag a lot of the line work. But let's erase that real quick. Alright, there's a shading. Dink. Alright, we don't need the extra stuff. Maybe just a little extra shading right here. Nothing crazy, you know. Well, a little this and a little that. A little this and that. A little this and that. Alright, so we don't need much for the shading because he's just a huge light source on his own. But, yeah. But we're going to do the shading underneath as well, like this right here. Actually, I'm going to do that real quick just to get it out the way. We're going to put that underneath since it's going to be behind him. And I like to do the dark, like a dark version. Or sometimes I'll do, actually I'll show it a cheaper way. I like to use straight black while I go light on it. I'll just do black like this. And I'll do the outline of his body. Kinda as a shadow, you know. I'm going to show you, just bear with me here. We're going to fill this. This is where the blend tool comes in clutch for me. Just bear with me. I gotta see if this camera, I'm glad I got my hair cut. I didn't know I was making this video. Alright, think. So there. I could do it like that, but I like to go on the edges and then hit the blur. So that way it's like more natural shadows. The more you press it, obviously. And the bigger the size, the bigger the radius of that feature, of course. Well, I think soft, we're gonna go soft eraser. So, let's say the soft eraser is too strong, but you want it to just slightly blend it. You want a bigger size and do it from further away. That way it like does like more of its job, but I think I'm gonna do it like 40 because I don't think there should be shade right there, right? That's where his body is, right? But I'm still gonna do a little light trim right there, just in case, just in case. I'm just gonna go underneath like that, just in case. Just in case, underneath. And if, let's say the shadow's too much for you, you can do it like that, or like that, but I'm gonna keep it like that. Think. And now we're gonna do the highlights. The highlights will be above the color, but I'm not gonna put it over the line work for this. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Depends how I want it, what I want to emphasize. If I want to emphasize the highlights or I want to emphasize the character. So I want to emphasize the character because this is gonna be for a character info card. So it's gonna be emphasized more on the character, not the highlights. The highlights would be for like a special scene if you want to show him blasting, like if it's like for a one-time deal, but this is gonna be something I'm gonna be looking at more often than not. So I want the line work to be emphasized because it highlights the character, it outlines the character. So yeah, enough of me yapping, time to get to the work. So I'm gonna put the think right there above the color. Did I just create that layer? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, we're gonna do the red highlights. It's gonna come off his chest. Just gonna splash a little bit on his chest like that. And you know, maybe I shouldn't have added the shading here, but I thought it was necessary. But it's definitely on the fingers. And now if it's too much, you can always blend it or use the eraser to take it away. But yeah. Like you can always go extra because it's on its own layer. I wouldn't say the red would make it glow this much. You can always, since it's its own layer, you can just do this for now. But yeah. Dink. And now we're gonna try the blue. We're gonna create another layer just in case. And it's gonna be on his chest, really. Oh, definitely on the fingies. The only thing I don't like, I need to figure out how to color within the layer, you know? Because this will go bleed out of the line work. I want to be able to do it inside the lines, if you know what I mean. I don't think this is the right color to be glowing off his hands, no? I mean, it has to be, because... How did I do? Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, this blast is like this. Yeah, it's some bright blasts, I'll admit. Not too bright, but, you know. Ding, 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 ding. I'm Peppa Pig. Alright, oh, that's what I'm doing. Dink. And we're gonna go a little bit brighter, because the finger's is closer. So, yeah, it's gonna be much greater radius of blast. I'm Peppa Pig. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna do some, I think I like the shine right here. So I'm gonna, not sure about the red. Let's try that again, but, not sure about the red, but, let's try the, oh, it's its own layer, thank heavens. Alright, we're gonna try and, I thought I put it on both. I was literally like, ugh, that sucks. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, that looks beautiful. That honestly looks beautiful. But, yeah. So I'm gonna change the brush. I don't want to go too advanced with it, because it is for a character sheet. I don't want it to be like, you know, I gotta compare with the other ones and look the same. I want it to be like, oh, why does this look like a manga panel and this one doesn't? But let's just change a little bit of intensity, maybe. No, we don't need that. We're gonna blur it. We're gonna blend blur. Alright, blend and blur. Alright, let's do it with this one. I should do it on the fingers as well. I almost missed it. But, we're doing good. We're doing good. I still think we're doing great from where we are. And you're gonna see what we're gonna have to do towards the end, but, yeah. Alright, what was I gonna do? Other than fix the outsplash. Well, I'm gonna blend it right here, or blur it. It's a little too much on here. It's a little too much. A little too much. Oh, you can't even. Oh, what the fuck was I? Just why was I doing that? I was on this line. What the hell? Alright. That's annoying. Whatever. That wasn't even the issue of, not knowing the layer, or not knowing the names. It was like, what layer was I even on? But whatever. Whatever. Ugh, whatever. Alright. Now, why is it so? I should be blending! I'm making hella mistakes right now. Should be blurring, not blending. Blurring, not blending. Blurring. That if you like go straight on with the blur, it's still good too. Just blurs the entire thing with the thing below it. It's beautiful stuff, really. Couldn't think of it myself. I could. Yeah, I could. All right. I couldn't online. All right, dink. And then we're gonna go like a little soft, like little a little softy soft right here. Dink on the neck. All right. What was I gonna do? First, since I don't know what I'm doing, I was gonna tell you, when you're starting a canvas, like you see, you want the paper to be, because you don't want to be staring at a glowing screen. So I'd suggest you make it like tan. That's what I do. Sometimes I make it tan to draw on tan, or I like to draw in gray sometimes, like a dark gray. And then, oh, that looks sick, yo. Holy, that adds to the brightness right now. That's looking crazy. But, yeah. Holy shit, that looks beautiful now. But I did this mainly so I could see also the shade, the glow. So I can erase the glow that's going on the outside that's spilling. Hey, what's going on there? Oh. Because it's not supposed to come out to here once the glow off the body. It's supposed to only be on the body. Oh, I remember what I was going to do from earlier. I remember now. I remember he was conflicted. Alright, think. And now that's good right there. And now we're going to have the glow that comes off of here shouldn't be happening. Unless the glow is like so crazy. But no, it's not like that. We gotta make sure we can do. I remember he was conflicted. Alright, I think glow should not be coming off. It's kind of difficult right here because it's getting interrupted with the fingers. So I'm gonna have to soft erase very lightly and subtly underneath, just so you can't see. Alright, that's good. Alright, we're gonna do that. That's decent. I'm not a fan of that situation, Alright, there we go. Pink. Alright, we're gonna take the glow. I mean, the glow comes off his head, that's fine. But everything else. Oh, that black line. It's supposed to be a black line. Yeah, that's why you make your lines. You make the color black when you start your line work, unless you like it gray. But that's kind of weird, if you ask me. I'm gonna just see if this whole thing is black in general, like, cause it's getting, like, they did this to me. Why? How could they? I see some mistakes. Mistakes have been made. Yeah, this is crazy. This is good stuff. I'm happy about this. Alright, so boom. Oh yeah, I wanted to make it more glowy red off the fingers, you know? Because look, I'm going to do another layer for it just in case. Pink. I'm going to put it underneath the red because I want it underneath the fingers. So we're making the glow like... What the hell am I doing? Oh. Gonna come off the fingers like very lightly. Like that, because it should be on the hand more often than not. Like it should, the whole hand should be glowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, good thing I made its own layer, because now I can do that without the black again. Damn it! All right, the black. See this gray line? All right, I'm good. There we go. I say we're done here. Now, there's other special effects you can do. You have to experiment. There's a lot of assets around here. This is just with making a basic character. I could do one where I'm going more in depth, of course, but you know, actually, like, I like to add these white sparkles all over the place because in Newman's Law, it's like the thing. But like, woo, that looks fire. Not gonna lie, I get it out of here. I mean, this man ain't Disney. He's evil. He's not supposed to look cute. But yeah, like, ooh, looks like you got the Mickey Mouse sparkly boy. Alright, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's about it for making a character. I don't know how long I was here for. Maybe an hour and a half. If I was, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, this is now for saving, actually. Almost forgot to make sure to save. We're gonna, did I do a time lapse? Oh, I didn't record a time lapse. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, whatever. Doesn't matter. Cause we're gonna export. Now I do like the background, but I'm gonna export it as a PNG because I just want the character. Now, if you want to export it as a PNG and you don't want the background to it, you go all the way where the paper is down below. Bink. Do that. You see? Now he's on a thing, and now you can file. You can file, export single layer as PNG. Prime, and then we're gonna export Bink, and Bonk, and Bink, just like that. And I'm gonna do another one. And PNG is like a high valued, like a higher, heavier weighted file. It'll take everything. So, but once you got that, like, I want to make this white real quick just so I can export it as a white layer real quick. I'm gonna export it, but if you don't, I'd do it as JPEG 100%. Dink, bonk. Because the JPEG's just fine. PNG if you want it just a specific part, I'd say, that you're gonna use in different areas. You're gonna start putting that character in different spots, like, but if you want the whole entire image, just do JPEG, I say. But yeah, I like it with gray. It looks fire actually. So yeah, this is Prime, and this is how I generally create a character using Clip Studio. There's other special effects I can do, but I don't really do too much. I will show you other things later on in another video, but that is all. Thank you guys so much, and I don't have an outro or nothing. Beat it, kid. All right, first let me end it right here. Stop recording. And Mike.